And Vos Tv Naija be the koko. We dey into ogbonge news, whether na political news or political rally for your party. We stand gidigba. No be only that one o, we dey cover all kinds of events: birthday party, wedding party, burial ceremony coverage, graduation ceremony. We dey even do inter-sport event coverage wey go showcase your school to many people, even if na to cover national sport. Also for your church event, anniversary, crusade or harvest, we get professionals wey sabi this work well. Vos Tv dem dey tested, trusted and reliable. Una fit contact us for 82 First East Circular Road, Benin City, or make una call us for this number 080-2254-7837. Make una follow us on all our social media handle. If una dey think the best, think Vos Tv Naija. Vos Tv Naija, the right news for all. My country people, na Vos Tv Naija be the koko. We dey into ogbonge news, whether na political news or political rally for your party. We stand gidigba. No be only that one o, we dey cover all kinds of events: birthday party, wedding party, burial ceremony coverage, graduation ceremony. We dey even do inter-sport event coverage wey go showcase your school to many people, even if na to cover national sport. Also for your church event, anniversary, crusade or harvest, we get professionals wey sabi this work well. Vos Tv dem dey tested, trusted and reliable. Una fit contact us for 82 First East Circular Road, Benin City, or make una call us for this number 080-2254-7837. Make una follow us on all our social media handle. If una dey think the best, think Vos Tv Naija. Vos Tv Naija, the right news for all. My country people, na Vos Tv Naija be the koko. We dey into ogbonge news, whether na political news or political rally for your party. We stand gidigba. No be only that one o, we dey cover all kinds of events: birthday party, wedding party, burial ceremony coverage, graduation ceremony. We dey even do inter-sport event coverage wey go showcase your school to many people, even if na to cover national sport. Also for your church event, anniversary, crusade or harvest, we get professionals wey sabi this work well. Vos Tv dem dey tested, trusted and reliable. Una fit contact us for 82 First East Circular Road, Benin City, or make una call us for this number 080-2254-7837. Make una follow us on all our social media handle. If una dey think the best, think Vos Tv Naija. Vos Tv Naija, the right news for all. My country people, na Vos Tv Naija be the koko. We dey into ogbonge news, whether na political news or political rally for your party. We stand gidigba. No be only that one o, we dey cover all kinds of events: birthday party, wedding party, burial ceremony coverage, graduation ceremony. We dey even do inter-sport event coverage wey go showcase your school to many people, even if na to cover national sport. Also for your church event, anniversary, crusade or harvest, we get professionals wey sabi this work well. Vos Tv dem dey tested, trusted and reliable. Una fit contact us for 82 First East Circular Road, Benin City, or make una call us for this number 080-2254-7837. Make una follow us on all our social media handle. If una dey think the best, think Vos Tv Naija. Vos Tv Naija, the right news for all. My country people, na Vos Tv Naija be the koko. We dey into ogbonge news, whether na political news or political rally for your party. We stand gidigba. No be only that one o, we dey cover all kinds of events: birthday party, wedding party, burial ceremony coverage, graduation ceremony. We dey even do inter-sport event coverage wey go showcase your school to many people, even if na to cover national sport. Also for your church event, anniversary, crusade or harvest, we get professionals wey sabi this work well. Vos Tv dem dey tested, trusted and reliable. Una fit contact us for 82 First East Circular Road, Benin City, or make una call us for this number 080-2254-7837. Make una follow us on all our social media handle. If una dey think the best, think VOS TV Naija. VOS TV Naija, the right news for all. My country people, now VOS TV Naija be the koko. We dey into ogbonge news, whether na political news or political rally for
the Institute Studio, the state capital. Welcome to Dawn on Vos TV. My name is Jude.
I wish it was still weekend. Yes, I'm sure that we all have shaken off that feeling and ready for the week, because today is the second day of the work week. And whether you like it or not, work is mandatory for man, because God created man to work.
Exactly.
My prayer for us this morning is that our week will be productive in Jesus' name.
Amen. I say amen to that. Our week must be productive.
It must. And you watching us right there, type amen in the comment section, because going forward, we are going to be reading your comments live on the show. So tell us where you're watching us from, and of course type an amen in the comment section. I remain Felicia Udeji, and I say welcome to Dawn on Vos TV.
Yes, it's an engaging program, and we would love to see your comments on the topic that we'll be discussing today. Let's set the ball rolling with what is trending, or rather making waves, on the front pages of national dailies. Stay tuned. Don't go away. Alright, thanks for still being there. Yes, welcome to the newspaper review segments of the program. We kickstart with Vanguard newspaper. Yes, what is happening in Vanguard newspaper? And the first story, which is the major story there, says Electoral Act, Senate open to criticism, resolve issue today. And that's the Senate spokesman speaking there. It has riders, and the first one there, protest rocks NANS over e-transmission of results. Obi joins protest, says Nigerians don't want glitch again. NGU, Agbankoba, Alme, MCE, fix politics, others speak. And also CSOs, that is civil society organizations, demand real-time results and downloadable voters cards. That's one of the major stories there. Another one there also says Nigerians continue borrowing to fund 25.91 trillion naira budget deficits. That says the Senate. Nigeria will continue borrowing. It has a rider, and the rider says, as NANS vows not to approve further budget rollovers and subsidies.
Interesting one there.
So, Felicia, what do you think about, firstly, the major story there? The electoral art saga. You know, the Senate is buying so pleasure.
Well, we cannot really say that, like I said yesterday, we cannot really say that the Senate has or we bow to pressure until we see the outcome of today. I mean, you know that the Senate did give its reasons for not approving the change in the Electoral Act, section 60, subsection 3, whereby it is now supposed to be mandated that once the presiding officer of INEC collates the result, he or she is to upload the results directly into IREV. So they gave their reasons for retaining the former one. So according to even Peter Obi, who joined the protest yesterday, he said that when he was asked the question that what actions are the opposition party taking concerning this, saying that he came to join the protest yesterday, he noted that they will have to wait until the Senate sitting today. And I believe that is what a lot of Nigerians are waiting for. What will the Senate conclude? Will they finally decide to overturn their decision, or will they stick to that decision? But one thing is for sure, Nigerians are clamoring for a change in the Electoral Act.
Exactly.
Nigerians want a situation whereby we can transmit results instantly.
Live.
That will go a long way to reduce the issues we have with election rigging, election malpractices. Yes.
You know,
it will go a long way. And it will also make it easy for opposition parties who feel aggrieved of the results to challenge it legally, because this time around it's not like before. You cannot hold INEC that, oh, we are holding you because you refuse to transmit the results electronically. But if the Senate agrees to this, it will give the aggrieved parties grounds to hold INEC accountable. And
it even makes the whole process transparent.
Yes,
and everyone will see that, okay, this is transparent. And it's been long we've been clamoring for free and fair elections, devoid of manipulation, devoid of chicanery. So I really don't know why the Senate is actually, should I say, complicit.
But let's also look at it from another angle, because I saw a video online where, according to the person, they were alleging that they will be able to manipulate INEC's IREF portal. Some tech gurus. Oh, this is just a video that was circulating online, because we also have to look at it from two sides. The video circulating says that these tech gurus, if INEC had to upload these results directly, they'll be able to manipulate the figures, manipulate the results, and what have you. So persons are saying, okay, it could be that this is the reason why INEC, the Senate, doesn't want to agree to this. So let's even say it will bringing in this mandatory transmission of mandatory real-time transmission of election results put an end to the election issues we have in Nigeria.
Of course, yes.
You think so?
Yes.
No. It's all right.
Because the major issue that we are facing is manipulation. Yes. That's the major issue.
What about Togri vote buying?
Of course, they are part of it, but if the election is free and fair, to some extent, people will not be aggrieved. You understand? They will not be aggrieved.
Let's hope so. Let's move on to the second one.
Okay, the second story here, it says Rivers crisis. Fubara Nyesom Wike meets President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Abuja.
Okay, so that is all we have for you on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. There are so many other stories there, but you can grab a copy and check it out for yourself. Or better still, you have an Android phone, pick up your phone and read the papers directly online. So we'll now move on to our second newspaper, The Guardian.
Yes.
And the screaming headline on The Guardian newspaper says, fresh killings, abductions heighten security fears amid drone attacks. Other headline says, Senate to harmonize Electoral Act today amid protest over real transmission. Residents protest as terrorists abduct 7 in Kaduna. And this one actually is one of the headlines. Natasha loses suspension appeal as court squashes 5 million contempt fine. Natasha loses suspension appeal as court squashes 5 million contempt fine. I'd like us to look at this abduction in Kaduna. These are killings, massacres that has been going on for will I say months? Will I say years now? I mean, the recent one was the Kwara massacre, and it's gruesome.
It's really worrisome, the state of insecurity in Nigeria today. It's becoming alarming. And stakeholders, especially security agents, I'm not saying that they are resting on their oars, but there is need for them to really up their game. There's need for them to up their game. Let's say action. These people, we can get them rid of this nation. Yes.
But do you think that with the U.S. troops that have been deployed, that this will go a long way to curb the space of insecurity?
Of course, yes. Of course, it will go a long way to reduce the tide.
Do you think we need another U.S. drone intervention right now?
Of course. We need it. We need to halt this insecurity. We need to halt banditry, terrorism. How can you keep killing innocent people and nothing is being done to address the situation? It's alarming, it's worrisome. The government is meant to protect the lives and property of the people. You protect the people. It's your responsibility. That's why they voted for you. That's why we elected.
I think security is, not even I think, security
you don't leave the people to their fate.
The number one duty of the government. Because any state that is insecure, progress will not go on in that state. There will be no development in that country.
That's exactly what's happening.
Because investors will be scared to come to invest in a country that is riddled with insecurity. I mean, people, it's life first. Life is the number one thing.
Take a look at innocent villagers, being murdered every day.
And it also goes to show that we need to actually improve in terms of our swiftness, talking about security agents, because in terms of the Kwara massacre, the village had reported that it lasted over 10 hours
and nothing was done.
Without intervention. So it means that in as much as the military is doing a lot, but they need to improve in terms of swiftness in responding to security issues. And this is us from VOS TV also saying a big condolences to those who were killed, the families of those who were killed in the Kwara massacre, a very terrible one there. And with that, we say this is the end of our newspaper review for now. Our next segment is a discussion segment where we'll be talking about the IPOB sit at home that has been cancelled. Yes, Nigerians woke up on Sunday to what some would describe as good news. To others, the good news raises a lot of questions. Why? Why now? Why did Nnamdi Kanu decide to cancel IPOB sit at home? So this is done on VOS TV, and like I said, we would love to hear from you. We want to know where you are watching us from. Are you watching us from Edo State? What part of Edo State are you watching us from? Are you watching us from any of the other states in Nigeria and even across the world? Because we know that we have international.
Exactly.
Yes. So
yes,
definitely do well to let us know where you are watching us from. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we will be starting our discussion segment. I am still Felicia Odeji.
Don't go away. Stay tuned. I'm Jude.
People, now VOS TV Naija be the cocoa. We dey into ogbonge news, whether na political news or political rally for your party. We stand gidigba. Not be only that one, oh, we dey cover all kinds of events: birthday party, wedding party, burial ceremony coverage, graduation ceremony. We dey even do inter-sport event coverage. We go showcase your school to many people, even if not to cover national sport. Also for your church event, anniversary, crusade or harvest, we get professionals wey sabi this work well. VOS TV, then they tested, trusted and reliable. Una fit contact us for 82 First East Circular Road, Benin City, or make una call us for this number 080-2254-7837. Make una follow us on all our social media handle. If una dey think the best, think VOS TV Naija. VOS TV Naija, the right news for all. Country people, now Vos TV Naija be the koko. We dey into ogbonge news, whether na political news or political rally for your party. We stand gidigba. Not be only that one, oh, we dey cover all kinds of events: birthday party, wedding party, burial ceremony coverage, graduation ceremony. We dey even do inter-sport event coverage wey go showcase your school to many people, even if na to cover national sport. Also for your church event, anniversary, crusade or harvest, we get professionals wey sabi this work well. Vos TV, then they tested, trusted and reliable. Una fit contact us for 82 First East Circular Road, Benin City, or make una call us for this number 080-2254-7837. Make una follow us on all our social media handle. If una dey think the best, think Vos TV Naija. Vos TV Naija, the right news for all. My country people, now Vos TV Naija be the koko. We dey into ogbonge news, whether na political news or political rally for your party. We stand gidigba. Not be only that one, oh, we dey cover all kinds of events: birthday party, wedding party, burial ceremony coverage, graduation ceremony. We dey even do inter-sport event coverage wey go showcase your school to many people, even if na to cover national sport. Also for your church event, anniversary, crusade or harvest, we get professionals wey sabi this work well. Vos TV, then they tested, trusted and reliable. Una fit contact us for 82 First East Circular Road, Benin City, or make una call us for this number 080-2254-7837. Make una follow us on all our social media handle. If una dey think the best, think Vos TV Naija. Vos TV Naija, the right news for all. My country people.
Welcome back from that short break, and this is our discussion segment on the morning show, your perfect breakfast starter, done on Vos TV. And I remain your host, Felicia Udeji. And now to our discussion today. On Sunday, Nigerians woke up to a video from the independent people of Biafra declaring categorically an end to the Monday sit-at-home. A sit-at-home that has lasted for nearly 4 years. And a lot of questions have been risen. We recall that the sit-at-home has caused schools, banks, offices, business to be closed every Monday, whereby citizens were mandated to sit at home. According to an SB report, over 332 violent incidents have been recorded during this near 4-year period, and 776 persons have been killed. And today, the leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has directed its spokesperson, Emmanuel Powerful, to cancel the sit-at-home. And a lot of persons are asking, why? Why would Nnamdi Kanu decide to cancel the Monday sit-at-home? Why now? Does it have anything to do with Governor Soludo's intervention in the Onitsha markets situation? I know that these and other questions have been on your mind since you also saw this video. These questions and others is what we'll be answering on today's show. To throw more light to this conversation, I have a very special guest joining me on the show, and is no other than Comrade Solomon Ijogbe.
Thank you. Good morning. A pleasure to be here. And Vos at home, a very good morning this morning.
It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Comrade Solomon was telling me how he's not sure if he's doing well, but I'm sure that by the end of this conversation, he will definitely be sure, because he'll be enlightening you out there on this issue.
If you're in Nigeria, I'm sure you are not sure that you are doing well. Because in Nigeria, I'm not sure anybody is sure that he's doing well. The electoral amendment bill is enough for you not to do well. The first subsidy saga that created the first subsidy removal that culminated into hiking fuel price and all that cumulative effects and you know, if you like, you call it chain reactions and chain effects of high cost of living, transportation, health,
and what have you,
accommodation.
It's enough. But
for
like
you
they
not to
say,
do well.
like they say, we should not dwell on this issue. Rather, according to some, no let Nigeria issue bother you.
Why would I dwell? Because it affects my daily living.
Well,
as I am now, I'm not sure if I'm not hungry.
Okay.
And a hungry man, they say, is an angry man.
Okay. Now,
and that takes us to
our issue.
Yeah, that takes us to Onitsha.
Let's come to our issue. The cancellation of the Monday sit at home by the IPOB leader. Because that was what Emmanuel Powerful said, that it's the IPOB leader who ordered the cancellation. Why do you think he did this?
Many things could be responsible.
Okay.
But if you ask me, it's a cancellation long overdue. Because if you ask again, I'll tell you, it was a way of impoverishing the southeastern people. It was a way of, you know, meting mayhem on the southeastern people. It's another way of enslaving the southeastern people. You know, for every average Nigerian is a struggling person. For you to shut down your business for a whole day, whereas nothing is made there as an alternative for you to survive, it's not an easy thing. Because there are people who depend on the daily living to survive in this country.
That's true.
And the Onitsha traders are part of those whose life is dependent on daily living. Whether I call it from the spare parts dealer to the pure water seller to the okpa seller, you know,
to the clothes seller,
and to the cloth and shoe bags sellers in the entire Onitsha spread, depend on it, because some of them are on bank loans, so they must do returns. So to me, it's a thing long overdue. However, yes, it may be as a result of the permanent incarceration now of the leader of the IPOB, or maybe, very well maybe, because of the strong hands as applied by the Anambra State governor.
So what you're saying
Professor
is that
Soludo.
this could be as a result of their demand, because they're still demanding the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
That's not within the power of anybody to do. It's within the confines of the law, even though I feel like his detention is becoming more political than normal. But it is not a demand anybody can actually make, you know, going by the... Because here, we are guided by not the penal code, but by the constitutional laws. And the constitutional laws means it must be tried by a court of competent jurisdiction. And so until... Right now, there's a verdict, you know,
Life
that
imprisonment.
he should be kept behind the bars for life, and is on appeal. So until that is vacated and is released legally, the actions meted on the Eastern people by creating sit at home, by using unknown gunmen or whatever, and in fact, that's part of the reasons they are saying it's IPOB is a terrorist group. Even though I do not think that much, but their actions too is not what any sane Nigerian should encourage, because they unleash mayhem, they kill people, they cause pains, you know, they inflict pains on people. Imagine the asking of an ordinary man that you do not feed, you don't know how they survive, not to leave his house that he must stay, and if he decides to leave for whatever reason, maybe his child is sick, his wife is sick, he's not well, he needs to go to the hospital, he's not expected to be seen outside just by common Nigerian, you know. Though we know that the laws in Nigeria are not also a favorable law, like laws in Nigeria are meant for the strong and mighty against the weak and feeble, whereas in developed clime, laws are made for the weak and feeble against the strong and mighty. The reverse is the case here. But I think too that the IPOB people, independent people of Biafra, have not actually been doing well. Eastern region has become a war zone. Eastern region has become... I used to drive to the east as late as 11 in the night. I remember occasions where I had to leave Benin like 8 in the night, drove all the way to Oka that night without the fears of being attacked by unknown gunmen or by militant group within the area. But that's no more. We know too that that's obviously what we see in the entire length and breadth of the Nigerian state, going by the kidnapping saga by the grammar that the immediate past administration brought banditry, taking terrorism away and calling it banditry. Is it not the same things and half a dozen? You know, so it's funny. When the immediate past president was in power, he insisted that the prisons that we know worldwide, prison is prison worldwide, said should be turned to correctional center. I don't know what they're correcting there. Okay. Because it's a debt then. Because
so
if you go to prisons, you will know that it's not funny. People are, you know, stuck in one place, no ventilation, no proper healthcare. You know, so I don't know what's correction are there.
All right, thank you.
And people who go in there come out more hardened. But because a tribe and a section or an extraction of his tribe was becoming more popular in the prison's custody, and with the Terrorism Act, they decided to change the nomenclature from kidnapping and terrorism, as it were, to banditry.
Okay, now,
unfortunately,
okay,
unfortunately, Nigeria is such a country that has, you know, reduced reality into shows. You know, unfortunately, Nigeria is bedeviled by three major things: religion, politics, and then tradition.
You mean ethnicity?
Yes.
Tribalism.
If you bring culture, which you can term as ethnicity, and then you bring in religion, which is also directly twined into ethnicity. Because if you go to the north, they are predominantly Muslims. If you come to the south, they are mostly Christians, if you like. So, and then they twine it, they tie it into politics. Imagine the massacre that happened in Kwara. Randa talk about 175 Nigerians being cold-bloodedly murdered.
Okay, now
people came out to start telling us that 75 Muslims were killed. So it has reduced itself into Christian and Muslim killing, rather than talking about. So you can see where politics have brought in ethnicity and religion to divide us.
I know you have a lot to say in terms of the Kwara killings, but today we are not focusing on that.
I'm just
our
an
focus
instance.
now
is on the southeast.
Is on the southeast.
And it still happens. It still happens in the southeast. The killing happens in the southeast.
It happens everywhere in Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
Though it's in different forms.
Okay.
In different forms.
I know.
Okay, now let's come back to the southeast. A lot of persons are saying that, like you rightly said, that one of the reasons that could be attributed to why they decide to call off the sit-at-home could have been Governor Soludo's intervention. We recall that when Governor Soludo intervened by locking the Onitsha main markets, some persons were of the opinion that he did well, while others were also of the opinion that he shouldn't have taken that dictatorial type of style in terms of attending to that issue, that he should have told dialogue. Now this has happened. IPOB has finally cancelled and nearly 4 years exercise. And some persons are saying that this could be as a result of them just saving face. Being that Monday, February 2nd, they demanded that there be a sit-at-home. But in response to Governor Soludo's instruction, the traders came out and they were about their business. So some persons are saying that this could just be that, okay, IPOB have bowed to pressure and they are not really necessarily doing this because they have ended sit-at-home, but so that the people don't look at them as weak, so that the people don't feel that, oh, they no longer have a say or they no longer have control over Anambra people, over southeastern people and their sit-at-home. That other governors should also take this toll, even though that they have decided to cancel it, to sustain it, that other governors should also get up and take measures. What can you say to that?
Yeah, I think that it's a thought. And I do not want to call Soludo's action as an intervention. I want to call it decisive action.
Okay.
Yes, when it happened, I thought that, well, isn't it too harsh on the Eastern people, because it's a failure of government for civilians, non-state actors, to take a decision and then it's standing. It's a failure of government. But that he was able to stand up, brace up to the occasion, and then take a decisive step, and then that decisive step became the new order. It's something commendable. Yes, I would want to agree with the school of thought that felt that it was a worth saving face.
Okay, from the IPOB.
Yes, the IPOB was just trying to save their face, because from the action of Soludo, the decisive action of Soludo, he was ready to go to any length with them. Since that, you know, in bribery, it is said that the giver and the receivers are both perpetrators of the crime. That it takes two to tango. So he decided to go after those obeying the order rather than obeying the constitutional laws of the land, and which obviously is paying out. If you listen to the broadcast, they were throwing tantrums at the governor.
Yes.
They were going to deal with his in-laws, they were going to deal with that, they were going to do that. Well, that's the action, which means that the action of the governor is a part of the reason why they decided to call off the stuff. It may also be that it's part of the condition given to
Nnamdi
Kanu for his matter to be heard properly, and then issues will now be looked at the way it should be. It's very possible. But it's also very possible that both are the reasons, or it's possible that it's the decisive action of Soludo that is. But whichever way it goes, I think it's a welcome development. It is good for other governors within the Southeast, because the issue of sit at home is not all about Anambra and Onitsha market. It's just that Onitsha market is the face, because it's the gateway into the Southeast from this southern part. You understand? So it's usually when you cannot cross on Onitsha bridge on a sit at home day. Yeah, you can only get to Asaba, and then you can't go beyond that end.
Which means it also affects others from other states.
Yes, the five southeastern states: Imo, Anambra, Enugu, Boyin, Abia. You know, they are all observing, or we're all observing. So it is important now that other governors queue up and take the same decisive steps to open, because it actually has crippled the economic development or the economic dividend of the southeastern states. That on Monday nothing works in the east. You can't even dare travel to the east. It's going to take time for it to totally relax, but it's also going to depend on the decisive action of the constitutional authority within the land. Because if you ask me, it's been a total failure. You know, I had thought too by myself that it was an act of conspiracy by the governors of the southeastern state, because to a very great extent they had the powers, because the paraphernalia of the states were in their hand. They had the army, they had the police, they had the air force, you know, they have the navy in the areas where you have water.
The water riverine area.
Riverine area, like the Abia and all that.
Yes.
Where you have the naval base. You know, but unfortunately, they had really actually not decided to stop the sit at home. They were just handling it with kid gloves, or maybe they were handling it politically or with a little tip of ethnicity. And then traditional religion. Because if you look at it, an average Igbo man is very close to God by his mouth, but in his heart are very far from God. An average Igbo man is the closest to God in terms
of Igbos, we argue with you on that. I don't want to jump on that argument.
I said an average Igbo man is closest to God in his mouth, but farthest from God in their heart, because they deal with it in their businesses. If you buy something from an Igbo man and it fails, go and return it. He'll tell you he's doing business. He will forget that you spent your hard-earned money buying, and that did you bargain to buy something that will fail. You understand? So I make both to say it. You know, so I have been very pained seeing what is happening. The Southeast have become a theater of war. You understand? A war zone where anything can happen at any time. So, and all replicated or hidden under the guise of this IPOB sit at home, affecting our supreme leaders' order and all of that.
And demanding his release as well.
Demanding his release does not mean you must impoverish your people. People like us, I'm not a Southeasterner. I'm not an Igbo person. But I've always advocated for the release of, in fact, it should be fairly tried. Okay. That the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is unjust.
Okay, now we'll come to that fair trial later.
The actions of the IPOB, as much as I feel is unjust and is unfair to the Southeasterner, cannot be measured or equated with the effects of kidnapping, banditry, terrorism,
massacre as well.
No, you get language that they call them, because for every region there are in Northwest it's called banditry, in Northeast it's called terrorism, in North Central it's called kidnapping, you know. And so in the different regions they gave them different names just to give it a color, but it's the same 6.5 dozen. All the actions are not up to the number of massacre and death recorded. People just wake up in the morning, go to a place. I saw a video yesterday that was very, very, very horrible. They brought up people and, you know, like, trying to force them to take up their religion, and they were being butchered, some were being shot, some were being flogged. You understand? Just because you want to ensure that people become a part of your religion. All right, comrade, so thank you. It's not as much as what we see, but enough is enough. Because the actions you are seeing in the Southeast is an action of a people by a people. Is an action of the Southeasterner on their own people, in their own soil.
Okay. No, now talking about enough being enough. IPOB in their video made mention that there are other scrupulous elements that might hijack this and still continue with enforcing the mandatory sit-at-home order. And they also threatened Southeastern governors not to in any way mandate people who do not want to continue the sit-at-home. Now, people are asking, now that they have declared it and these other elements are in place, how do the governors, how do those responsible for each of the states ensure that this is sustained, whereby we don't have another situation where lives are being killed, properties destroyed in Southeast? Let's also be reminded that there's also the controversy of the passport office being taken from Southeast, where the government have come out to clarify that it is not true. So how do we sustain this?
Now, let me say this. You know, the comment of the IPOB people may not be baseless. Because once upon a time, rumors broke out, several clips on social media, several articles reading that the massacre that took place within the Southeastern region at some point was a state-sponsored massacre. And that, those responsible for protection of lives and property were responsible, you know, just to give a dog a bad name, that the IPOB were actually not responsible for some of the massacres that took place. But they created a room. It's like a madman who set fire here, and then in the end the fire consumed the entire forest. And you caught the madman and say you set the forest on fire, and the madman is telling you that the fire where they burn for there not be me set, and the one way burn here now set. It's the same thing. You were the one that, you know, that started it. You didn't know how it will end. It's just somebody starting a quarrel who is unaware of the reactionary mood or the mindset of the opponent, who have also decided to say, okay, if you say make we spoil them, you spoil them. Now, coming back to the issue of the Southeastern governors, to a very large extent, I like what the Southwestern governors are doing with their Amoteku. So the Southeastern governors can do something like that, ensure a regional security outfit or architecture being designed to safeguard the people of the Southeast, you know, and then do mopping of light arms You understand?
Okay.
So that in the end, you will be able to remove light arms from the hands of the common man.
Okay.
If they are able to do this, then the lives and property of the Southeastern people can be guaranteed or will be saved. But if they sit back and begin to think that, because people benefit from the sit at home. People are trigger drunk. They want to use the gun.
Interesting.
And that sit at home was an avenue for them
To exercise
some
passion.
of those, passions they have. So, and then if in the end, you are asking them to stop, they want to rebel. You know that the IPOB people were held on their jugular by the actions of Soludo. Saying, okay, now one sit at home. Sit at home now. Shut down the entire market. Nobody goes there
for 1 week
until you have decided to reboot. And they rebooted. Now, it's just like a dying man and a drowning man. If a man falls into the river and is drowning, even the slightest of thread, he will hold on to it, because to him is a lifeline. So there might be a revolt from those who are actually benefiting. Once upon a time, one Ekpu, almost seized control of IPOB. The guy who later flew, I was in one of the European countries, I can't remember.
Yes.
Is it Sam Ekpu also? I can't remember his name. And he was giving different laws and all of that. And so, point I'm trying to make here is that the Southeastern people need to remember, need to think twice, that it is their economy, it is their people. People no longer travel home for events.
For the festive period as well.
Whether even for burials, for marriages, birthday, because anybody can hide under the guise of unknown gunmen to come and murder people. I know of a few friends who left Anambra.
Okay.
Precisely Ihala, because they were threatened, because it got to a point they were writing notes to them that were coming to you. You either provide XY million or you be kidnapped. Those who dead were actually kidnapped, some were murdered. And so when they give you and you don't have such money, you flee. And some had left the shores of the country, some had left their businesses and all. I know of a friend who had, very huge business.
Interesting.
And then in the end,
the
person ran and left the business, never to return.
So in summary, for governors in the southeastern zone to be able to sustain this, they actually need to adopt what southern governors
they need to
doing.
create a security architecture for the southeastern region.
Okay.
And also advocating too that the southern governors should do same. Because you have the southeast, the southwest, and the south. The 6 states within the south should do as the southwestern governors have done.
Okay,
and
now,
create this security architecture, train them, and ensure that within the borders, because if you look at it, still started getting bad.
Okay,
when the security agencies were able to push or repel bandits, if you like, kidnappers, if you like, or terrorists from the middle belt, the north central axis, Kogi, and then from Kogi they pushed them, and some went into southwest. When southwestern and Motekun were able to push them,
it's like Comrade wants to give us a whole history.
No, it's not like giving a whole history. The point I'm making is that their Motekuns are parading their forest and trying to safeguard their forest. And now there are lapses within the south, and Edo is like a gateway, and that's why you are seeing it happening. Much of the impact in Edo North, and Onwa is a boundary between Kogi and Ondo.
All right, thank you.
And so it's hard time they start ensuring that they create a security network that will work and have an interstate relationship, not just the conventional security agency.
All right, thank you, Comrade Solomon. is the one on the show with me this morning. He's a civil society activist. And I really want to ask him this question as a civil society activist, because he has talked a lot about the trial of Nnamdi Kanu not being fair. And he also made reference to banditry and bandit terrorism leaders. Now, Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment on the 20th of November. And it is in this same Nigeria that the Katsina government are demanding amnesty for over 70 bandits leader. So with this, what can you make of our judicial and executive arm of government? Let's wrap up with this.
I told you that Nigeria has been deviled by three things: ethnicity, religion, and politics. Ethnicity and religion is tied into politics, and they play it to the gallery. You get it? Now, why would you on one hand be trying Nnamdi Kanu because it's an ethnic minority, and then the southern and the northern governors will come under one northern Sharia law to say is our people, is as you know, and in the end you are demanding. Okay, imagine those in quote repentant Boko Haram terrorists were not only brought back, reintegrated, they were recruited into the Nigerian army, and that's why you are seeing the very many wars.
The very same army that is to fight.
Yes, that's why you are seeing the very many wars happening within the Nigerian army. And now you are asking that Nnamdi Kanu be prosecuted because what he is facing now is persecution, not prosecution, and that he should be persecuted. Whereas your own, who have unleashed mayhem, death, terror on the people of Nigeria, should be granted amnesty.
So, in one word, our justice and our judicial and our executive.
Let me tell you, I continue to say this: we do not have
a judiciary.
We do not have a judiciary. We do not have an executive. We do not have a legislative. What we have at best is an executive arm of government, the legislative arm of government, and the judiciary arm of government. Because all the while they succeeded in sharing, looting, thieving, and then legislating. Imagine just pass electronic transmission of votes, and the legislators are saying there is no network. But there's network for you to share money. That there's already Christmas bonus in your account. There's network to share that, but there's no network to transmit votes. Is it not judiciary?
Oh, I know that Comrade Solomon has
if you have money, you can buy
a lot to say.
Because the same states that can tell you now that party A can be infused into party B and it can be called PDAPC. It's the same since an half a dozen. While I was growing up, we had three answers. I'm coming. While I was growing up, for the sake of time, let me quickly say this: that when I was growing up, we used to have three arms of government: the judiciary, the legislative, and the executive. But the one I know now, that the executive have killed the judiciary and the legislature, and the second arm of government have
that's more than one sentence.
No,
so I have to pause you there.
Okay, it's okay, because I don't even know what's happening to the local government here.
It's been a wonderful time with you, Comrade, and I'm sure by now you are feeling better.
I'm not feeling better. I'm still feeling very unhappy because Nigeria is not working.
You are feeling better.
I bought fuel cheaper a few days ago, but today it has gone up. How can I feel better? Because my pocket is crying.
It's all right. So thank you so much, Comrade, for joining us on the show Done on Vos TV.
Thank you very much.
It's been an amazing conversation with Comrade Solomon Ijogbe. Yes, talking about a civil society activist. He did throw a lot of insight into what we have for today, which is the IPOB sit-at-home, the questions arising from it. That has been it, and I hope you are dropping your comments. We want to know what you have to say concerning this. Do you believe that the southeastern governors can sustain this, and how do you think they can sustain it? Drop your comments on our YouTube and Facebook channels as we'll be reading from you. We'll now go on a short break, and coming up next is our business segment with our very own Onye Ibe.
US TV Naija be the cocoa. We dey into ogbonge news, whether na political news or political rally for your party. We stand gidigba. Not be only that one, oh, we dey cover all kinds of events: birthday party, wedding party, burial ceremony coverage, graduation ceremony. We dey even do inter-sport event coverage. We go showcase your school to many people, even if not to cover national sport. Also, Also, for your church event, anniversary, crusade, or harvest, we get professionals wey sabi this work well. BOS TV, then they tested, trusted, and reliable. Una fit contact us for 82 First East Circular Road, Benin City, or make una call us for this number 080-2254-7837. Make una follow us on all our social media handle. If una dey think the best, think BOS TV Naija. BOS TV Naija, the right news for all. My country people, na BOS TV Naija be the koko. We dey into ogbonge news, whether na political news or political rally for your party. We stand gidigba. Not be only that one, oh, we dey cover all kinds of events: birthday party, wedding party, burial ceremony coverage, graduation ceremony. We dey even do inter-sport event coverage wey go showcase your school to many people, even if na to cover national sport. Also, for your church event, anniversary, crusade, or harvest, we get professionals wey sabi this work well. BOS TV, then they tested, trusted, and reliable. Una fit contact us for 82 First East Circular Road, Benin City, or make una call us for this number 080-2254-7837. Make una follow us on all our social media handle. If una dey think the best, think BOS TV Naija. BOS TV Naija, the right news for all. My country people, na BOS TV.
Okay, welcome to the business segment of the show. I am Ibe Onyechi. Now let's check what is happening in the business world. Nigeria's net foreign reserve has risen to $49 billion, a remarkable sustained recovery from about $3 billion recovered in May 2023. The governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Mr. Olayemi Cardoso, said the nation's net foreign reserve has hit $49 billion by February 5, 2026, as inflows from the remittance, non-oil exports, and other individuals and institutional sources continued to provide strong buffers for the nation's currency stability. Cardoso spoke yesterday in Abuja at the second edition of National Economic Council NEC conference. He described the steady improvement in forex reserve as a clear sign of improving confidence in the country's economy. In another development, the Dangote refinery says it has identified individuals behind claims that imports petrol into Nigeria. In a statement issued on Monday, the Chief Executive Officer of the refinery, David Bird, said it would disclose the identities and motives of those responsible at the appropriate time, adding that they would face legal action. David Bird clarified that the facility does not import petroleum products only, but intermediate feedstocks used in refining. Mr. Bird said recent reported attributed to an institutional intelligence firm and amplified through newspaper advertisements, falsely suggested that it imports finished petroleum motor spirits, PMS. In the meantime, the World Bank has cut the planned grants in the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, from $10.50 million to $6.80 million. In a report on its website, the multilateral institution said board decision for the project slated for the fund development will now hold on March 27th. The grant is for the CBN Technical Assistance Facility, a project designed to strengthen the Apex Bank's technology and data-driven supervision of the banking sector.
Updated information from the World Bank website indicates that the project has reached the decision meeting stage. This is all for the business segment of the show. The program continues in a moment. Ibe Onyechi.
Okay, thank you so much, Oye, for the business segment. And with this, we'll call it a wrap on the show today. But before we go, I just want to make a shout out to those who joined us live. Ilori Dolakbo, Austin, Ayani, Joshua Orije. We can see My Health Station and Joshua Rene, Viewers Global Limited. Thank you so much for joining us on our morning breakfast show, Dawn on Vos TV. It's been an amazing time. See you tomorrow where we'll be discussing more. I still remain Felicia Udeji saying bye for now.